the Phils out of the bottom of the 8th, came back out for the 9th, not Orion Kirkering. Here was Rob Thomson after the game on why he elected to stick with Romano.
Yeah, we got kind of caught back in the corner because we didn't have Kirkering. And so Strom pitched the 7th against all those lefties. And it was wanted to use Romano in the 9th just because of the intensity of the whole situation. So it was between Ross and Johnson and Robert for the 8th, and we liked Robert's slider on that group of hitters. And I think it was fine until the pitch clock violation. I think that may have sped him up a little bit. So once he got through his 3 hitters, I felt like it was time to get rid of that inning. And Romano came in and did a great job. 5 pitches, felt like he was strong, felt like he could probably finish it out.
Now, I think blaming Rob Thomson is crazy. He just laid it out right there. If Kirkering's not available...
He's not available.
What options does he have? I mean, you heard the guys he has to go to. Joe Ross, Seth Johnson, or sticking with Romano. To me, he picked the best of 3 bad options in that situation.
Yeah.
And the question we have to start here, who are you most frustrated with after that game last night? Rob Thomson, Dave Dombrowski, or the players? The players need to execute. Does Rob Thomson need to manage better, make different decisions, or Dave Dombrowski? Hugh, I think you're wrong, man. Dave Dombrowski's not giving him the pieces.
Listen, I just find it, I understand what you're saying. I hear you, because you have to get the pieces that get the job done. But at the end of the day, if Romano's out there, man, you have to get the job done. That's what you get paid for. A lot of times I hear people, especially when it comes to baseball, they want to blame the manager. And I know that decisions that are made by the manager can sway wins and losses. I'm not a dummy. But in a situation like that, and you know that you're protecting the lead, you got to come up big, man. And I know things happen, but you have to do better. To me, that's squarely on the players.
I hear you, but the way I look at it is
in the park home run, though?
No. that was what is Brandon Marsh doing? You got to play that ball better.
In the park home run?
You got to find a way to play that ball better to make sure that does not happen in that spot. But I look at Topper, and we can yell about him all we want. He's playing with the cards he's been dealt. And that situation last night, that's like if you're playing poker and you get a 7-4 offsuit. Like, what are you going to do in that
means
spot?
nothing to me.
I don't play Kyle, you know what I'm talking about?
No.
You never played poker before?
I'm not a big poker guy.
Like, this is basic poker now.
You can't talk to us like you can't talk to me and Kyle like that. We don't know what that is.
Uno.
You know, like pocket 8.
You Uno.
Okay.
Draw 4. I know that one.
What's a bad card to get in Uno?
No, I'll tell you what. This is the better with TK. Like, okay, say if you're like, since we're using a fight analogy because the dude got beat up on the golf course.
Just ripping my analogy.
If you're cut man, that's just like you getting beat up in the ring and you blame the cut man. Why are you blaming the cut man? You the one that took the ass whooping.
Well, how about we blame the guy who brought Romano here? The guy's been a disaster. Listen, he stinks.
Put it like, okay, this is even a better analogy because since you're a failing chef, you're a failing restaurateur.
Hey, I got a haircut, so it's not anymore.
This is the equivalent of at your failing restaurant, you buy the groceries, right? You buy all the stuff. Say like you get some ramen noodles and you get some tomatoes.
Ramen noodles?
Ramen noodles and some tomatoes and stuff. And then you ask your chef to make a gourmet meal with the ramen noodles and the tomatoes. That's kind of what Topper's doing. Yeah. He can only do what he can do. So I don't see the purpose in blaming him for the ingredients that he has that you're asking him to prepare this meal with.
I'm with you. And this is why, we want Romano to pitch better, and he's been a huge disappointment. But I look at Topper. I think it's a miracle you even got to the 9th inning. You're cobbling your way through that game with guys like Max Lazar, Daniel Robert, Tanner Banks. Tanner Banks actually pitched well lately. I was down on him, but he's actually done a nice job. But Romano's been terrible. Meanwhile, you got Jeff Hoffman, who has 22 saves in Toronto. You have Sir Anthony Dominguez, who's pitching great in Baltimore. He's allowed 1 earned run since May 24th.
Everybody's not built to be here in
Over
Philly,
the last 6 weeks, the guy's allowed 1 earned run.
Yeah, but everybody's not built to be here in Philly. That's a fact. That is a fact.
Yeah, it is.
It's just it is what it is.
Well, I don't think Romano's built to be in Philly, Hugh.
But he was the guy that was tasked to go out there and do his job, and he just didn't get it done, man. I understand that there's a lot of intangibles that go off into all of this, but the players have to get it done. I saw a effort last night in the guys trying to win that game. They fell short. That's not on Topper.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think we both agree it's not on Topper. The difference is you put it more on the players. I just put it on.
Who was that? Rojas when he was trying to steal second and he ended up stealing third? Or was that Sosa? Was that Sosa or Rojas? Somebody when they like early in the game? But my point is,
throwing out stealing third.
No,
no,
he made it. I think it was Rojas. Early in the game when Ruby Ray, Ronnie Ray, or whatever, Ronnie Ray,
Robbie Ray,
Rooney Ray, when he was having issues at the plate, right? Forget you.
There you go,
Francisco. But the point that I'm making is this: that the guys went out of that game and they were trying to play small ball. They were trying to manufacture runs, and that's what you have to have, and that's what they're trying to do. You just have to finish it out.
Yeah, and I mean, the small ball thing is just not working for them. They just, again, you look at last night, you scored one run, but then you had to rely on the homer. But, Kyle, I'll ask you, players, Dombrowski, Topper, who are you most irritated with today?
Yeah, and look, we do the Dombrowski thing all the time. We all know what his offseason was. I mean, he didn't add tons of top-end talent to this team. And he
ran it back.
The bullpen,
we ran it
let
back.
Hoffman go, replaced him with Romano. And Romano has kind of stunk, I mean, for the majority of his time here. But you said he's playing with the cards that he's dealt. The cards that he's dealt is like one of the highest payrolls in Major League Baseball. And I get Bryce Harper's coming off of an injury. I need to see a little bit more out of him. And I'm not, like, expecting it. I don't think that's the reason why they lost last night. But, like, this entire offense put together, besides a Kyle Schwarber home run, finally got their first hit with runners in scoring position in like 27 or 26 different opportunities. It's been multiple games, and everyone's throwing a parade, like, finally. And they didn't do anything after that. They had multiple opportunities still to add to their lead, and they couldn't do it. I mean, they had 3 points because Kyle Schwarber, who has done what he's always done this entire season, is hit home runs, and he put one into the drink in McCovey Cove. Like,
the third Philly to do it ever.
Yeah, but, like, honestly, I think this is going to sound like I'm making an excuse. The worst thing that happened to Topper in terms of last night's game was not even Jose Alvarado. Like, Jose Alvarado was on this roster. They had to put Daniel Robert out there in the 8th. Or is that his name? Daniel Robert?
Daniel Robert.
Daniel
yes,
Robert.
That is his name.
It's like he's so
brutal.
nondescript that I don't even know what the hell the guy's name is. That was your 8th inning guy in a 2-run game. I mean, like, I don't know. Like, the offense is good enough to have played a lot better than they have. And the bullpen's probably just what it is right now until they make a move at the trade deadline. So I don't put it on Topper. The Dombrowski thing is what it is. Like, I don't know how many times I can say it. Like, the offense just needs to be better.
I agree with that. And you look at that hit with runners in scoring position, ironically, that comes from the guy you're paying nothing in Otto Kemp. Like, he's the guy who was able to get that hit for you. But
doing what he got to do.
He did. But I can't get past the Dombrowski thing because after last season, man, we all saw that this team was flawed. We all saw that this team needed something different, and he just didn't change anything. He didn't change anything with this team, and I get the players should theoretically be better. But like a guy like Jordan Romano, I don't know if he's capable of being better. Like, maybe he's just not good. Maybe that was a bad investment. And you look at the fact you brought him in, you traded Sir Anthony last year at the deadline, you let Jeff Hoffman go. Both those guys, and Hoffman hasn't been, like, phenomenal this year, but he's been a heck of a lot better than Romano. Mm-hmm. That's what I just can't get past with Dave Dombrowski.
I just look at it like this, and this is the way I always felt. If even though, you know, playing on the defense is more about – it's not just about one individual. But when you're in situations like that and your back is against the wall, somebody has to make a play. You know, and for him, he's the pitcher on the mound. You have to pitch better. You have to have that mentality. And I know that there are certain things at certain times that are not in your control. It's not. But you have to have a better outing, especially when you're protecting a lead, man. You can't let that happen.
Yeah, I mean, it was bad all the way around. Want to know, though, who are you most frustrated with today? Rob Thomson, Dave Dombrowski, or the players? Topper's the one that I just can't understand because I heard some criticism of him this morning from some callers on the morning show, and that part of it I just don't get. I mean, Rob Thomson, he's dealing with the pieces that he has, and I think he's cobbled it together really well with the pieces that he has.
I mean, he's done a pretty good job, but, you know, when a pitcher's on the mound by himself like that, you know, you have to have the stones and the testicular fortitude to get the job done.